if you are in a romantic relationship or you are dealing with a guy or girl that is causing you to not feel confident, not feel good about yourself, they're making you second guess yourself, they're acting like you ain't who you are, cut them off, period.
All you self-promoters are janky. We established.
Hey guys, it's Nyra. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about loving yourself, relationships, knowing your worth, being confident, and some more stuff. We get real deep in today's video, and I'm really happy I did this because I know somebody needs to hear this, and I know not everybody thinks like I do. Not everybody is confident. Not everybody is as liberated as they should be, and so I just want to talk some sense into somebody today. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun getting really personal with you guys and filming this. Yeah, let's chat now. All right, so you might hear my dog in the background. Sorry, he has problems. He's crazy. All right, so let's just get to chatting, I guess, because I feel like I'm gonna be talking a lot in this video. My biggest focus here in this video is probably going to be confidence and just really believing in yourself. And as cheesy as that sounds, it is literally the key to being successful. When you are confident in yourself, you become an unbreakable person. You are not afraid to lose anybody because you know what you're worth and you know what you're willing to put up with and what you're not. And that's not just a relationship thing, that's friendships, family, everything. When you are confident, you do not second guess yourself as much. You do not overthink as much. You trust in your ability to make your own decisions. Being confident is more than just a surface level thing. Being confident is not just looking in the mirror and liking what you see. Being confident is liking what you see, liking what's going on inside of you, learning how to trust yourself. There's a lot that goes into being confident and loving yourself. It's really so much deeper than a surface level thing. For me, after I became a more confident person, I saw, and I did this very young in life, even when I was going through a period of dealing with anxiety and depression, my self-esteem was not low. And I really credit that to my parents for instilling that in me. But I went through a very brief period when I was younger of having a low self-esteem, and one day I just snapped out of it. I want to say I was in middle school, and I know how I remember this because once I did become more confident, the people that I was friends with were telling me, you're so stuck up and you're so full of yourself, and when you call yourself pretty, how do you think it makes other people feel? And that shows me that I was surrounded by people that didn't care about my mental health or my self-esteem, because me feeling good about myself to them was a threat. They didn't feel good about themselves, so it was offensive to them that I would ever feel good about myself. And obviously I disassociated myself with those people. And it's funny to me because those people were people that were so insecure that they wanted me to be insecure like them. One of those girls was so insecure that at the age of 15, she slept with a man that was well into his 40s because he made her feel prettier, and she wanted that confidence from someone, and she found it in the wrong place, obviously. And one of those girls was dealing with body issues, two of them actually, dealing with body issues. They didn't like the way that they looked. They came from a broken family. And so it's like, the thing about confidence is, if you being confident is going to be so threatening to people that you have to let them go, then let them go. Your peace of mind is worth more than any friendship will ever be. I couldn't imagine sacrificing my peace of mind and my sanity and my happiness to be friends with someone, because your friend doesn't want you to feel like that. Your friend is going to applaud you and cheer you on when you feel good about yourself. They're not going to feel threatened by it. Anybody that looks at you like competition is not your friend, period. So I guess I say all that to say, being confident may cost you friendships. It may force you out of a mindset that you're not ready to leave because of fear, and that is fine. But being confident will literally change your life. It will, oh my God, I can't even put it into words. Like I said, it's so, I don't know what's wrong with them. Like I said, it's so much deeper than a surface level thing. Being confident is not second guessing yourself. Being confident is understanding that you have the power to do whatever you want to do, and you don't think, what if I don't? Obviously you do think, what if I don't do it? But you don't allow that to cripple you because you believe in yourself so much. You say, I can do this and I'm going to. There's like so much happiness that comes with being confident. And just to segue this into relationships a little bit, if you are in a romantic relationship where you are dealing with a guy or girl that is causing you to not feel confident, not feel good about yourself, they're making you second guess yourself, they're acting like you ain't who you are, cut them off, period. There are a lot of fish in the sea. You should never have to second guess yourself. You should never have to think, why doesn't he call me pretty? Why doesn't he say I look, why doesn't he, you know, compliment me? Why? There is somebody that's going to do it, period. If he is not doing that for you, do not feel bad about wanting someone that will. That situation is literally it's not you, it's me. You know, maybe it's, you know, I don't like that you're doing this and I need someone that's going to not do this or do what I need them to do. You know what I mean? It's not you, it ain't personal. But don't sacrifice your happiness because you are comfortable. Do not get so comfortable in a relationship that you're not willing to leave that relationship even though you're not happy, you're not thriving there. Why are you doing that to yourself? And that's a part of the reason that being confident is so important, because when you're confident, like I said, you're not afraid to lose people. You understand that if you walk away from a relationship, they are losing you. You are not losing them. If you have been in more than one relationship or you've gone through a bad breakup, you know that, yes, it's going to feel like the end of the world when you break up with somebody, especially if you're comfortable. Even if you're not necessarily in a good relationship, just getting attached to someone is hard. Getting attached and walking away from someone for whatever reason, or having them walk away from you, is hard. Letting go of that attachment is hard. You're going to cry a little bit. But you feel 10 times better when you leave a relationship that is not for you. If you are praying for a sign, that's a sign right there. If you are unsure about, and I'm not saying like, you know, obviously if you're someone that is very anxious, you second guess things a lot, because I am very anxious. I second guess things a lot. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying if you're like, oh God, this person has cheated on me for the 5th time in our relationship, and I don't know if I should be with him, and he doesn't make me happy, but I'm comfortable, or whatever. That's your sign right there. The fact that you can have more negative to say than positive is your sign right there. You need to know how much you are worth. As people, we are so powerful. We have the power to help each other and heal each other and make each other feel warm. And when you have such a powerful gift to be that person for another human being, why are you going to give it to somebody who does not deserve you? Just know your worth, ladies. And that is a huge part of confidence. Once you become confident, you know how much you're worth. You don't need to be reassured by anyone or anything. It's just so important. I can't even stress how important being confident is. If you are not a confident person, you have to be very careful in your relationships, because especially with women and gay men, we date men, and there are a lot of toxic men out there that will see your insecurity and they will take advantage of it. If you are someone that is insecure or you have insecurities, you need to date a good guy that does not make you question his intentions at all, or don't date at all. Not only that, but I feel like a lot of ladies need to hear this. Do not be that girl that is putting her boyfriend, her man, her husband, whatever, your girlfriend, whoever you date, before yourself. Your significant other should be as important as you, not more important. So obviously this is kind of tricky, because yes, you want to put your significant other first, but at the expense of you, no. I'm talking about doing things that don't make you happy or you are not comfortable with for your significant other. Do not ever, because you have a say in your relationship as well. Your life does not revolve around that person. If that person leaves you right now, you will still be alive, and now you have to deal with the fact that you were not comfortable or you gave away something that somebody didn't deserve because you were trying to please someone who was just gonna leave anyway. That really is something tricky to touch on, because it is hard to find that balance between focusing on you and putting yourself first, but also putting your significant other first. It really does take time. It takes a special bond. So just be careful. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Just be careful. And when you are confident in yourself, figuring out that tricky blurred line makes that so much easier. I am very happy to say I'm in a relationship where I feel like I found the middle ground between putting my partner first and also catering to myself and putting myself first. It is tricky. It is really tricky, but when you're confident, it's not as hard as if you were insecure, because when you're insecure, you are going to do whatever to keep that person around, and that's not fair to you, because that means you're going to fall into patterns you don't want to fall into, do things you're not comfortable with just to please another person. Another thing I think I need to get into is not focusing on anybody else's opinion. Yes, that includes your best friend, your family, all that. Do not focus on their opinions. I'm not saying do not listen to their opinions. I'm not saying don't value what they have to say, but understand that you are the person that has to live your life, okay? You are the one that has to live with the decisions that you make. So never make a decision based upon what somebody else has told you to do. Yes, that means if you don't want to go to college, don't go to college because your mama told you to. Don't do things because your parents want you to do them. Don't do things because your best friend wants you to do them. Don't do things because your boyfriend or girlfriend wants you to do them. Do them for you. Do not rely on anybody else's opinion for anything. Getting advice is one thing. Being dependent upon somebody else's opinion is something totally different and unhealthy. I am close with my family. I have close friends that I could talk to, but a lot of times, especially as of recent, I'm dealing with something and I think to myself, I just want to handle this on my own. And that is because you don't want anything to cloud your judgment, or you don't want somebody to say something the wrong way and think that they're just giving you advice, but it, you know, turns into you thinking something else. It's like, you can avoid all that by just relying on yourself. Is it more difficult when you have to deal with things by yourself? Absolutely. But that's where the confidence things comes in. You will second guess yourself less when you care about yourself more, because you want to be happy regardless. That picture that you wanted to post on Instagram, but you didn't know if people would like it or if it was too much or if people would be offended or what, post it. Nobody cares. Post it. If it's going to make you happy to see that picture on your feed, post it. And it sounds crazy and it sounds so superficial, but it really, not being confident really does affect you down to the tiny little things like that. That outfit you wanted to wear, but you didn't because your best friend didn't like it, wear it. Forget who doesn't like it. You are the one wearing it. Put the outfit on. Those pants you wanted to buy, that dress you wanted, but you thought that it made your body look weird or that people would look at you funny, buy it. Like, life is way too short, y'all. Life is way too short, and people are way too temporary for you to base your decisions and your actions around what other people want from you. If you do not live for yourself now, you are going to be one of those freaking old grandmas that dye their hair purple and got on like green eyeliner in the middle of Target. Don't be that person, okay? Live for yourself now. You don't have to wait until then. Your opinion should not matter to anybody else, and anybody else's opinion should not matter to you. And I don't mean on a personal level. I mean, don't let other people's opinions stop you from wearing what you want to wear, saying what you want to say, acting how you want to act. You are your own person. You have to live with yourself. You go to sleep with yourself at the end of the day, nobody else. It doesn't matter what other people have to say about you. And I think that tip alone is really prevalent for girls in like high school, because I cannot imagine going through high school caring what people had to say about me, y'all. In high school, I was nothing but nice to nobody. I didn't have no problems. Like, I was not rude. I was not stuck up. But people in high school really always had something to say about me. And it was because I was quiet and I was bougie. That's really what it was. I would come to school with a full face of makeup on. I would, you know, I dressed, you know, how I wanted to dress. And so that made people feel a certain kind of way about me, which means they took me at face value. They said she's stuck up, she's mean, people that never had conversations with me didn't like me because of my appearance. You know what that means? That means they were threatened. You know what else that means? That means I was doing something right. If somebody is threatened by you, you have something that they want, something that they can't have, something that they are envious of, and that is okay. Do not allow what other people think about you to change your perception of yourself. If I allowed what people thought about me in high school to change me, I literally would not be the person that I am today. Honestly, y'all have, even when my husband, my boyfriend, he was my boyfriend then, obviously, because they were in high school. When my boyfriend and I were in high school, people would tell him, why are you dating her? People thought I was mean. People thought I was crazy. I had an ex that told everybody that I was crazy. Sure, whatever. So people were, oh my God, why are you dating her? She's crazy. She's mean. She's stuck up. She's this, she's that. And he didn't listen to none of that. And had he listened to any of that, we probably wouldn't even be together. Because there were a lot of people that were telling him I was some kind of person that I was not. And it was always astounding to me that people knew so much about me, because I was such a quiet person. I did not talk to anybody if you were not my friend. And it was not in a stuck up way. I was just reserved. I wasn't like, you know, putting my nose up at people because I thought I was better than them and I didn't want to talk to them. It was because I didn't know them and I was a shy person. I still am a shy person. So it was always amazing to me how people knew things about me that I didn't know about myself, because I don't even talk. How do y'all know me? I don't even talk. I literally only have 2 friends from high school. But I could have been such good friends with some of those people that didn't like me because they were jealous. Me and my best friend, I'd say to her all the time jokingly, like, when I blow up, I'm gonna make a YouTube video calling out everybody who had something to say about me in high school by name. I don't think I'd do it. Not because I ain't bold enough, because it's like, why even bother? Why even bother? My point is, other people's opinions of you has nothing to do with you. Do not take accountability for how you make someone else feel if you are not doing it intentionally. Let me give you an example of that. If you walk into a room and you make somebody else uncomfortable because they have certain assumptions about you or certain preconceived notions about you, that ain't none of your business and that is not your fault. They chose to listen to whatever they heard about you that made them feel some kind of way. That ain't got nothing to do with you, okay? See, when I talk about high school, I get all kinds of off track because high school was really something. I should make a video about my high school. If y'all would watch like a Chit Chat Get Ready with me or like a story time about stuff that happened to me in high school, let me know. Me and one of my best friends in the world literally fought each other in high school, and it was the funniest thing. Like, now when we look at it, we laugh. It's so funny. My makeup's done, but I'm still not done. I have like a little sticky note of like things I want to cover. The last point that I need to address in this video is not forcing anybody to do anything they don't want to do. I had a really bad habit until about recently of forcing people into doing things or interacting with me, and that is not fair to you. That does something to your self-esteem, to your mind. It makes you think, am I not worth this? Am I not good enough? None of that. Cut it out. If he wants, we'll talk about guys individually or like relationships individually, and then we'll talk about like friendship and like, you know, family and stuff like that. Relationship wise, whether you're dating a guy or a girl, whatever, if somebody wants to speak to you, they will. If somebody wants to make time, I'm bugging. If somebody wants to speak to you, they will. If somebody wants to make time for you, they will. Don't believe none of that I'm busy, because when the person is right, when the timing is right, when the relationship is right, when the vibe is right, you will never be too busy for that person, ever. If you have to double text him, block his number. If you have to question him about how he feels for you, block his number. You are forcing him into being your boyfriend, or you are forcing her into being your girlfriend. It ain't worth it. It is never worth it. However, there are too many people out there that will give you what you are asking for and more without you even having to ask for it. They will just do it because they feel like you deserve it. And I am a firm believer in somebody will change for you if they really love you. So address it. Say, hey, I don't like this. Could you do this for me more? If they're not willing to, or if they say they will and they don't do it, they don't deserve you. Leave them. Like I said, getting over a breakup is hard. We all know it, but you will feel much better if you hurt for a week or two and then you just feel free, rather than you are hurting every single day because you're afraid to not be comfortable with this person. As far as friendships and family, do not force them to call you back. Do not force them to text you back. Do not force them to hang out with you. If it is not mutual, it is not good for you. Leave that person alone. I don't care if it's your cousin, your sister, your mama, your uncle. I don't care who it is. Leave them alone if they are not reciprocating the same energy. I am somebody who is a firm believer in energy, because not to sound all crazy like freaking Miss Mama Voodoo Juju, but I really do sense people's energy. I can sense when somebody's energy is off. I can sense when somebody has negative energy, positive energy. I'm a Cancer, so we're just very psychic in that way. And I can 100% feel when somebody's energy is off, and trust your instincts. If you feel that somebody's energy is off, their attitude is off, their behavior is off, leave them alone. If it is meant to be, it will always come back to you, whether it is a friendship, a relationship, whatever. It will always come back if it is supposed to be. So yeah, I talk a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed this. You learned something. I also want to do a video like this about all about relationships and sexual liberation and sex ties and stuff like that. It's a really complicating, touchy subject, but I feel like somebody's got to talk about it. Yeah, this was so fun to just get ready and chat with you guys. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like and a comment down below, and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. I hope somebody needed to hear this. If you were looking for a sign, this is it, sis. Break up with him. Alright, we'll see you guys in my next video. Subscribe, leave me a like, comment, all that, and bye.
Yeah. All you self-promoters are janky. We established like the Yankees. This whole fucking game thankless. We moving militant, but somehow you the one tanking. No limit to where I could take it. And you know me as a crisp bottle sender, check picker upper. I thought we looked out for one another. Saw us all as brothers in the struggle, too blessed to be humble. I guess it's different in the city I come from. All of a sudden I got